Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and in today's Age of Sigmar battle report, Josh is going to be bringing his Kharadron Overlords versus my Tzaangor-filled Disciples of Tzeentch army. We're going to be playing Battle for the Past from General's Handbook 2020. And for you Vault members, Josh and I will be playing another game of Age of Sigmar in the Vault. I will be playing Disciples of Tzeentch with lots of demons and screamers, and Josh will be playing the Beastclaw Raiders, the Ogor Mawtribes, with lots of the Mournfang pack. You can click the link in the video description to watch that now and get your free 7-day trial.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
I'm excited to try out my Disciples of Tzeentch today because we just recently got a lot of Tzaangors painted. Before this, we had a bunch of Tzaangors, but with no special weapons, no banners, not taking advantage of anything. Now, I don't think Tzaangors are particularly competitive, at least I'm not aware of them being competitive, but I still think they'll be fun to play. So this is not going to use a coven, a sub-faction for Disciples of Tzeentch. There is one for the Tzaangors, but you have to bring Carrick Acolytes, and I just didn't want to. So just want Tzaangors everywhere, with the exception of some of my leaders, because I only have one Tzaangor Shaman. So the bulk of the force, as you can see, are 3 huge units of 20 Tzaangors. Now, Tzaangor units have all sorts of things. They can bring 2 in every 5, can bring a Great Blade, 1 in every 10 banner, 1 in every 10 musician. But then 1 in every 5 can be, I can't remember what they're called, like they're the bigger Tzaangors that have the double weapons. The mutants, thank you. They get an extra attack on their twin blades. The thing is, though, the standard bearers and the musicians can be the ones that have the great blades too. And so I do have 8 great blades in each of them, 4 of the mutants, and then the rest are just filled up with regular ones. So all sorts of different things, but for the most part, the big weapons that you see, the 2-handed weapons, have a rend and 2 damage, and the rest of them are just more attacks that hit slightly better. And then, of course, they have advantages for having at least 9 and being near heroes. I got my core of leaders right behind them. Now, leading the whole thing will be the Tzaangor Shaman on disc, and gave him Nexus of Fate, an arcane suggestion. Nexus of Fate, basically a bubble of +1 to wound, and then we'll work with the spells later on. Next to him is the Fate Master. So this is a non-wizard hero who has a command ability that buffs everybody near him. And then behind them we have 2 Magisters. Now, I have a Magister on foot and 1 on disc. I thought I had a model on disc, couldn't find it, so I just plopped this one on a disc I borrowed from a chariot. So he'll be flying around with that. And then behind them we have our very expensive unit, but hopefully really good unit of Tzaangor Enlightened on discs. And that's really it. It's just a close combat army with a little bit of magic wielding. You probably won't see much summoning because I only have 3 spellcasters in total, but maybe by the end of the game I'll bring in a small unit of something. We'll just have to wait and see.
Here we have my 2,000 points. Today I will be playing Barak Zon, just because I want to start trying some of the other skyports, some of the other relics, and I think we all know Zilfin is the way to go, generally speaking, if you're trying to be the most competitive, but I want to try some other units out and see how this goes. Leading the force, I have the ENDRINMASTER with Dirigible Suit. Just got him in, super excited to try him out. Command trait, he has the bearer of the IRONSTAR. So when he dies the first time on a 2-up, he comes back with D3 wounds remaining, and then all the extra damage from that attack is negated. So he is a 190 point character. That's not that tough, so that helps a little bit. Also has the AETHERSPED hammer, which means that he gets 2 extra attacks on his close combat. Next to him is a Aether Chemist. I did take a WARSCROLL battalion, which is the GRUNDSTOK escort wing. Gives me an extra relic, so he's got the CAUSTIC ANATOMISER. Not really great. I mean, like, the best relic for them, I think, is the Spell in a Bottle, but this allows them to do some mortal wounds out around him, so could be clutch later in the game if I'm trying to grab an objective. Moving over to Battle Line, and these are Battle Line because of the ENDRINMASTER. I have got a unit of 3 Sky Wardens with 1 Aethermatic Volley Gun and 1 Drill Launcher. A unit of 6 Sky Wardens, 2 Volley Guns, 1 Skyhook, 1 Grapple Launcher, and a unit of 6 Endrin Riggers. They've got Aethermatic Volley Guns, Skyhooks, and a Grapnel Launcher. Now, I think the idea is that I'd love to have more close combat loadouts on these guys. This is all the studio owns, but I think I will be adding some more before too long, because playing aggressive close combat KO just kind of sounds like fun. over to other units, I've got a unit of 15 GRUNDSTOK Thunderers. I'm loving the fact that we added the rifles. It gives me a lot more versatility. So this squad has 3 Fumigators, 3 Deck Sweepers, 3 Aether Cannons, 1 Mortar, and the rest are all rifles. Some great mid and short range firepower. The other 2 unit choices, I've got 2 GRUNDSTOK Gun Haulers, one with a Sky Cannon, one with a drill launcher. Now the drill cannon, I gave the great engine work of Coalbeard's collapsible compartment, so he can actually hold 5 guys on board, which of course will be my Aether Chemist. He doesn't really fit on the Ironclad. He slows it down if he goes on there with the Thunderers, so I don't know. I think I can make this work, and we're going to give it a try. I do have a ARKANAUT Ironclad there with a great Sky Cannon and the last word great engine work, so if anything charges him, he gets to shoot. That quasi-Overwatch could come in pretty handy. And then I do get the GRUNDSTOK Escort Wing as my WARSCROLL battalion. That makes up my 2,000 points of Barak Zon.
Today we'll be playing Battle for the Past, the battle plan from General's Handbook 2020. This has 4 objectives on the table, deploying in the short table edges. The objective in your territory is worth 1 victory point. The one in the middle, or the 2 in the middle, are worth 2 victory points each, and the one on your opponent's side is worth 4 victory points. Whoever gets the most victory points wins. Ties go to the auxiliaries.
This is the table that Matthew and I are playing on today. This is a GameMat.eu gaming mat. We've got a lot of printable scenery terrain across the board, all the elving kind of ruins, stuff like that. And then the ruins here in the middle are Hammerforge Studio. TNT laser works for our objective markers in this mission. And keep in mind, if you guys are Silver Vault members, you can go ahead and check out the Silver Vault member discount coupon page. You get discount codes to a couple of these companies, plus I think we're up to 41 other companies at the time
of this filming of this, we're at about 40 companies that are giving discounts to our Silver Vault members.
So go ahead and check that out. Now, if you're not a Silver Vault member, you can still look at what you would get discounts to. You just obviously don't get the codes. Matt and I are going to roll off for choosing sides.
Oh, all right.
Okay, that's how it's going to be then.
I'm like, oh, you got it, I guess.
It's never only happened once. It's always twice in a row.
Which side do you want?
I will pick... Ooh. I think I'll be picking this side over here.
Yeah, that's better for you because this one's a little claustrophobic, so you don't want to have to jump your sky vessels into here.
Yeah,
you'd rather go for the one that's more out in the open, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Also got to remember to roll my Destiny dice. Oh, not bad. I got a couple 6s and a 1, so that'll help out.
We are deployed. So I've got one little gun hauler here with the Sky Cannon, hanging out with the smaller unit of Wardens. In the middle there, we have the Thunderers on board the Ironclad, also have my General and the bigger unit of Wardens. I've got the big old unit of repair guys hanging out with the last gun hauler, which has the Aether Chemist on board. Way over on the other side of the board, what do we got, Matt?
Tzaangors, Tzaangors, Tzaangors. Got a block of Tzaangors here with a Magister in the middle. Block of Tzaangors over here with a Magister in the middle. Big block of Tzaangors we're going to hang back a little bit probably because you can go all over the table, so I need to protect my objective. With my Fate Master in the middle, he's got a long move, so I can kind of readjust him. And then same thing with the Enlightened and the Shaman, they can move 16 inches, so I have a lot of choices as to where they'll be hurling themselves. And also, we forgot to mention we're playing the Realm of Life. So every terrain feature has the healing keyword, which allows it to, in the hero phase, heal nearby models that are close to it. It also opens up the one spell, Shield of Thorns, which you put on a friendly unit, and anybody who charges it take D3 mortal wounds. And the Realm command lets you choose a hero and spend a command point, and they can cast that spell, even if they're not a wizard. And if they are a wizard, then they can cast it in addition to their spells, and they can cast it even if somebody else cast it. So that's kind of handy.
That's kind of cool.
It is, actually.
Looking at the board, I obviously finished deploying first with the WARSCROLL battalion. It's tough, because in this mission, I could just go grab those objectives, but then I'll be taking the charge guaranteed.
Yeah, I run in charge with Tzaangors with their Brayhorns, so.
Which I don't want to have to deal with, so you know what? I'll probably give you the first turn, sir.
That's a hard choice. I agree with your reasoning. It's like you want to just jump up. You could always like hang back and just grab them at the very end, but that's also good for me too, because I'm actually going to try to remember my agendas this time. The Disciples of Tzeentch at the start of every hero phase can choose an agenda. There's a list of them. And if you complete it that battle round, then whoever completed it gets this bonus. And one of them is take an objective away from an opponent.
Ooh,
and the unit that takes it away counts as 2 models for the rest of the game. So, you know, that you don't want a big unit of Tzaangors running up, taking it from your one boat and a few guys, and now they count as 2 models each, because you'll never take an objective from them again.
That's pretty well,
so
I'll just kill them, and then there's one left. Then I'll take it.
And that's fine too. But I'm just saying that there's even more advantages. So yeah, as much as I'm going to be able to secure the center, you kind of need me to. My turn. Start of the hero phase, I gain a command point. I actually purchased one. I didn't mention that when I was for my army, so I'm back up to 2. And Josh has his basic 1 from the battalion. I'm going to cast some spells, starting with Shield of Fate from this Magister. I can pick a unit, and based on how many Destiny dice I still have remaining, there's bonuses. And at 9 Destiny dice, they get to reroll saves. And ignore spells and endless spells and a 4+ if I want. And so I guess that could help if I charge Shield of Thorns. I need a 6. I get it with an 8. Josh has no way to stop it. And that's also a Fate die, or a Fate point for building up towards summoning. The Fate Master will use his command ability, which turns on a 9-inch aura of +1 to wound, I want to say? I guess I should look at it before I say it out loud. Sorry, it's reroll hit rolls. I got all sorts of buffs coming from different things. So his is a 9-inch bubble of reroll hit rolls. Magister over here doesn't have anything super cool to cast, so we'll just go with Mystic Shield. You know what? No, Shield of Thorns. I'm going to put Shield of Thorns on this unit right here. It needs a 5. And I get it, and you can't stop that. Ah! Ah!
He's escaping!
Ah! And then Shaman right here. Both the spell that I chose for him and his built-in spell are offensive, so there's no targets for that. So I'm just going to do Mystic Shield, which I fail. Needed a 6 for that. So no fate point for you. Go into movement. Oh, we'll do before and after, but essentially you're going to watch these 2 units move up and everybody reposition. This is our after. So I just ran, got a good 4-inch run on both flanks, which is nice. And put the Enlightened in the middle, kind of out of harm's way. It should be out of harm's way. There might be some shooting that goes at them, and that's nothing I can do about that. And that's it. That's my turn. No shooting, no charging.
Points, friendo.
Well, of course. At the end of my turn, I get 5 points. 1 in the back, 2 for each one in the middle. So 5-0. Woohoo! I'm winning.
And for everybody keeping track, I now hold this objective. I don't get points for it yet, but I hold it.
It's important because you're going to leave it in a second.
Hero phase, I don't have anything to do. It's pretty simple. Pretty straightforward.
No command abilities?
No command abilities, nothing worthwhile to do here, so I'm just going to go ahead and do moves, and I will give you the before and after shots. Finish my movement, and I have decided to fly high. The sky vessel that was here originally took the Sky Wardens and went onto this flank. Moving from him, we've got the other little gun hauler there, took the Sky Wardens with him. Or sorry, that's the Endrinriggers. And then here, the Sky Wardens and the Endrinmaster went with the Ironclad. Shooting phase, I need to choose a target for my WARSCROLL battalion to reroll 1s against. They're the problem unit right now, so they're getting targeted. Start with the Thunders on board the Ironclad there. Rifles, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, and these Tzaangors. Rerolling 1s to hit. I got 1 in there, but it turns into a hit. How many saves, Matthew, gonna have to make? That many. It's only 3.
-1 rend, so I have a 6-up save. So that's 2, and they each have 2 wounds.
Deck sweepers now, looking for 4s and 4s. Rerolling 1s to hit.
Thing.
I know. There we go. It's cocked. There we go. Wounding. They did just as well. We got 3 wounding hits, rend 1, 1 damage.
6-up save. That's 1.5 more.
The 1 mortar hits. Wounds on a 3, does not wound you. The 3 Aether Cannons on 4s. Rerolling 1s. These are the ones I really care about. They're going to wound you on 2s.
Oh!
Why'd I have to say I care about them out loud? That's all the shooting from them. Kind of disappointing, but that's why I bring redundancy. Let's go over to my little mechanics, starting off with their pistols putting shots. These should be 3s to hit, 4s to wound. Luckily, they're 3 shots apiece. 4s to wound with a -1 rend. That's 3 more wounding hits, 3 more 6-up saves.
2 more wounds to get through. So 1. We'll just keep working our way down the line.
Volley gun for 4s to 4s. Only 2 hits. 1 wounding hit.
6-up save! Alright, another one dies.
Grapnel and the Skyhook at the same time. 4s to hit. Oh. They were 3 damage apiece.
That's cool.
Gun hauler's going to go. He will... should I keep bullying them or should I focus over here? We're going to put the carbines here, and then we'll put the drill launcher into your unit of...
Enlightened?
Those are enlightened?
Yes.
Okay, so the drill launcher first. That's just 3 mortal wounds. So I rolled a 5 or a 6.
Yikes. They're 4 wounds each, thankfully, so that brings one down to 1.
And then the 2 carbine shots going over. I'm going to double check range. I might be out of range now. Carbines are out of range. But do you know whose carbines aren't out of range? Good old Ironclad. He will put the carbines here, and then the rest of the guns are going to go into your enlightened. 8 shots with the carbines first, 3s and 3s. I am rerolling 1s to hit because he is a part of that WARSCROLL battalion. That's mean. Show me 3s to wound.
Oh,
Balances it out a little bit. These are -1, 2 damage apiece.
Oof.
And that's onto your Tzaangors there.
6 up saves. So 4 more of them die. I will draw from this side. That's all your... Hold on, I think I might change my mind. That's all you're shooting, right?
That's all the shooting from the Ironclad into
Them. So as much as I'm going to lose a couple of my special weapons, this will make it, I think, impossible for you to declare a charge.
I think it will, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I'll just keep shooting. Shrapnel shot into the Enlightened now. Hitting on 3s. No reroll help. Didn't really need it. Just going to roll average. 3s to wound. 2 wounding hits. -1, 2 damage onto the Enlightened.
Oof. They only have 5 up saves, too. So
okay.
I'm considering... I have 3 6s in my Destiny dice. Considering grabbing a couple of those because they're 2 damage apiece. It just seems a little too soon to be using my 6s. Yeah, I'm just going to roll it. 6 up save. All right, so 2 damage. 2 damage brings another one down to 1.
And now the torpedoes hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s.
Oh, that's better.
Darn! Those are 2 good shots wasted.
Yeah.
Again. ENDRINMASTER now only has 1 gun in range. Which gun is it again, Matthew?
The Dirigible Suit Weapon Battery.
Very nice. So this should be 6 shots hitting on 3s. He's going to miss 1, and then I believe you said wounding on 3s?
That is correct.
So 3 wounding hits.
Is there -1, 1 damage? So it's the same squad, right?
Yes, this is
6,
Tzaangors.
6 up save. So another 1.5, bite the dust.
Sky Wardens now, volley guns going into the Tzaangors. Looking for 4s to hit. I do get to reroll 1s because they are part of the WARSCROLL battalion. And show me those 4s to hit. Or sorry, 4s to wound.
Jeez, only 2.
Okay.
Everything you do only gets down to like 2 or 3. Sometimes they're really good ones. So 6 up save again. So 2 more wounds. That'll kill another one. Wound another one.
And then I have a Skyhook and a grapnel launcher in there. Hitting on 4s.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's the hard part.
Wounding on 3s.
So
Okay.
that's -2, 3 damage. So that kills another 1.5.
Not bad.
Not at all.
I think that's enough punishment, and, well, I guess it's all the punishment I had over here. Could have rolled better. I do have 1 last little Sky Vessel and squad to shoot, and they're going to try to put shots into these Tzaangor squad straight ahead. Start with the drill launcher, hitting on a 4. It hits. I think I got to roll a 6 to do mortal wound straight on that one, but it does wound. And D3 damage, because you don't get a save. Only 1. Volley gun next, hitting on 4s. Okay, wounding on 4s. 2 wounding hits.
6 up saves. Oh, look at that.
Well, fine, just survive then.
I will.
D6 shrapnel shot into them for 3. These are 3s and 3s with the gun hauler. They all hit. Only 1 wounds.
6 up save. So it's 2 damage. So it's 3 damage in total from all that shooting, so 1.5 of them die.
That's the end of my shooting. No charges in range to declare.
Yeah, you killed too much with your shooting to be able to charge. So this leaves us with Battle Shock. I have 2 to worry about because I'm only Bravery 5 on Tzaangors. So you've killed enough of these that they all run, but I will spend 1 command point from the Shaman for Inspiring Presence so they do not, because if you get a double turn, I want to keep you away from that objective as long as I can. And over here, I'm Bravery 5 base, but having at least 10 models makes me 6. Lost 1 guy, so on a 6, I will lose 1 more. 3, so nobody runs in that squad. And that's it. So you scored 1 point.
Uno point, but that's okay. I did some okay damage. I'll have to make up for it in later turns.
Enlightened lost 1 as well, though. They're Bravery 6, so on a 6, I'll lose that one with 1 wound. Okay, yeah. He runs.
All right, ready for the roll-off.
The ridiculous roll-off. Do you get a double turn? I win ties. Ooh. All right, good. It's my turn. Started my hero phase, I get a command point. I also am going to choose an agenda. This one's called Reckless Abandon. So this agenda is all about charging from far away. And so in the charge phase, I will select one of my units that is more than 9 inches away from enemies. And if they end a charge within half an inch of enemies, then for the rest of the game, they get +1 attacks whenever they charge.
Ooh.
So the idea here, just to give, because I can tell this audience the strategy because Josh is going to see it before he has a chance to react, is this unit, I'm going to use a 6 Destiny die to run, because they can run and charge. I'll stay more than 9 inches away, but I'll use that nice long run to get the weapons, which are all in the front, to the back. And then I'll use Destiny dice to make that charge into here. And that extra attack can make a huge difference for how much damage I do to you. So that's the idea there.
Now, do you get that as soon as you make that charge, or is
Yeah,
it...
at the moment you accomplish. Well, you know what? Let me double check. If friendly units that complete more than, if a friendly unit completes one of that following agendas during the battle, that unit gains that agenda's ability for the rest of the battle. It doesn't say at the end of the turn. It just says they gain it once they complete it. And this one is completed in the charge phase. So yeah, so it'll make them very beefy, probably just for this one fight, because then you're going to avoid them in particular and just pick off everybody else. Fate Master will use my one and only command point, which I am hungry to keep, but I'm going to have to use it anyways, to turn on his 9-inch bubble of reroll hit rolls so he can join the Tzaangors as they charge back there. We're going to do our arcane blessing on them to help them with their saving throws. And ooh, I may have just failed that. Let me double check. My shaman will try to cast Mystic Shield. Don't really have anything interesting to do. You're too far away. Oh, I failed it again. Well, no fate points for me. I guess we're not going to be seeing summoning this game. Oh, this Magister, we might as well do Shield of Thorns. It's the easiest spell, and it's something I want to do. Hey, fate point. And I'll put it on the only unit that I can put it on, which is them. Into the movement phase, I'm going to use one of my Destiny dice of 6 to have them run automatically 6, because I don't have any command points to turn their run into a 6, and I cannot chance this not being good. So they're going to basically come back this way, but even though I can run and charge, and I could get within 9 inches, we're going to stay more than 9 inches away so we can complete our agenda.
Clever. Yeah, because you can use the fate points just to auto make the charge.
Yes,
right?
I'm going to make the charge no matter what. They're coming for you. The Fate Master is going to use... He's not worried about getting too close because yeah. Now, when you do that hole, you can shoot when I charge you. It's only once, right?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it is only once. I only pick one unit, but I'll double check for you.
Magister right here.
Aha!
You can't see it. You won't think to go for it.
Matt's played against me once or twice.
Yeah, right. It's happened to me. My Enlightened are going to join in.
Oh, we're
this
going to have
fray.
a big fight.
It's going to be a party. The Shaman is going to run. Good. Because basically I want it to be... You know what? If I'm there, I should be okay. I have to be wholly within 12. Yeah, they'll be wholly within 12 easily. These Tzaangors will run. One is fine. It's really just to make it so that you can't... Like, you're going to be able to easily come over anyways. So the idea here is so that if you fly high, it'll be harder for you to get to the objective. And then lastly, well, not lastly because we've got a Magister and Disc in there, but I will roll a run on these Tzaangors. I don't think even if I rolled high, like I wonder how, I'm actually curious. I am 20.5 inches away, so if I did do a 12, oh yeah, it would be an 8-inch charge, but that's not really the purpose. It's more just to make it really hard for you to be able to take this objective.
Makes sense.
And that is my movement, just protecting that objective, not going to get aggressive with them. We're going to focus my aggression on the back lines. I'm going to roll some charges. We're going to start with the Fate Master, and he's going to get a nice healthy 9. That was important because I don't want him to be too much in the way of everybody else. But I do want him to let them reroll hit rolls too. He'll give the +1. So I guess what we'll do is we'll plop him right there. Enlightened will charge and fail. Wonderful. I don't have a command point to reroll that, so good for you. Then I'm going to use my 2 other 6s to do an automatic 12-inch charge with my Tzaangors. This will get them nice and deep into your lines. And there's the after. Now I'm done my charge phase. So do you want to...
The last word.
It's the end of your charge phase you get to shoot me, right? Not the combat phase?
Correct. At the end of the
my
charge.
I have an artifact that I get to bleed on you and do 3 mortal wounds to something within an inch.
Ooh.
at the beginning of the combat
No,
phase.
this is at the end of the charge phase. I pick an enemy unit within 3 inches. All right, let's give him the last word. Hitting on 3s.
Oh,
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. And then
You can still kill him.
3s to wound.
No,
2
you
wounding.
can't.
Or no, sorry.
One.
1 wounding hit.
Yeah, so this could have killed him, which would have sucked because he has that artifact to do mortal wounds and he has the bubble. So I even make the save. You do nothing. Beginning of the combat phase, I'm going to use my artifact. He's got the Demon Heart, which once per game, beginning of the combat phase, I choose an enemy unit within 1 inch. I will choose your Sky Wardens.
Those are Sky Wardens indeed.
And just do flat 3 mortal wounds.
What a bully you are. I will pull him and then wound the other little Gatling gun. All right, I get to drop a bomb now. Let's target...
So it could be the Tzaangors because they're within 1 inch. So
You know
on
what?
a 2+ D3 mortal wounds.
Let's just target your character.
Okay, work them out, right? Or work them down, right?
That's the idea. D3
D3 mortal wounds, so 2, so he's down to 4 wounds. So now my Tzaangors are going to fight, so we'll pile in and fight. And there we are, making sure everybody's wholly within 9 inches. They are. I only have 1 inch reach, so there's not quite as many as you would think, but there's a lot of good weapons. So let's start with the good weapons. I get all sorts of bonuses. Having at least 9 gives me a +1 attack. Having made that charge gives me a +1 attack thanks to my agenda. Fate Master's command abilities let them reroll hits. Them being wholly within 12 inches of an Arkanite hero gives them +1 to wound. So this is the Savage Great Blades. The white ones are the leaders, so they get +1 to hit. So they're hitting on 4s and 3s with the white one. All getting to reroll fails, or just reroll. And reroll, it was pretty crappy actually, considering those
What were you
3s.
attacking? This is all the
Oh,
stuff
these are
going
all
into
the
Sky
big
Wardens.
weapons into your Sky Wardens.
Gotcha.
3s to wound. No rerolls or anything here. Not bad. 8 of them.
I got 8 here, 5 up saves. Every fails a dead guy.
Well, you spiked it, so I only killed 3 guys.
And so we're going to kill 1.
Well, you got to kill the guy that's wounded first.
Tragic 2. I'm getting there. 2.
That was actually a pretty bad roll, but I still have 1 more guy to attack them. So maybe I can...
He'll do it.
Wow, he's... Yeah, well, you just had to go and spike your 5-ups, didn't you? You only had 2 guys left. I could have killed them.
My shooting was subpar, so it's okay.
Yeah, now I do have... So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I do have this one guy right here with the twisted weapon, or his weapons. Now that's actually one of the mutants. So he's got 5 attacks right now. He's got 2 base, +1 for being a mutant, +1 for being at least 9 models, and then +1 from the agenda. So, you know. And because they're paired blades, they're +1 to hit, so we're hitting on 3s. Come on. Let's kill at least 1 more guy. 3s to, I get to reroll. Reroll. We're not killing another guy.
You got another hit.
3s to wound. Well, I got our 2 wounds, but there's no rend here, and so if you can spike 5-ups, then you can make your 4-ups. I should have said all of this at the beginning, but the 2 here are attacking him. There's not much point attacking your big guy. His save is good, and you're just going to heal him. So we've got 2, and these are all the mutants are out front, so 2 mutants into him.
No, okay.
Now what? So I've got 10 attacks of those 2 mutants with their Savage Blades. 3s to hit, re-rolling. See, why couldn't they do this against the other guy? And then we're looking at 3s to wound. That's not bad. We got 6 wounds.
Looking for 3 up saves.
Huh? 3 of them actually got through.
Failing a bunch. Not happy, but that's okay. Brings him down to 5.
Wow, he's got 8 wounds to start. That's a lot. And then I got my token attacks. I'm going to scratch your boat. Watch out, boat.
No, not scratching my boat.
It's a mutant. The mutant's coming for you. 3s, re-rolling. We only got 4. This I don't really care about, but I'll roll anyways. Oh, look at that. 1 more.
1 3-up save. I failed it.
Oh, you'll repair it anyways.
Just to make these easy, because I repair in the hero phase, I'm just not going to mark it.
Because you definitely have the next turn.
Yes.
So my Fate Master still gets to go if you don't kill him. So it's possible he'll take more wounds. Because how many do you heal automatically? D3 or flat 3?
1.
1. Okay, so I might do more damage. So well, I have to admit I'm very disappointed. With every buff in place, I didn't kill nearly as much as I could. Now, to be honest, I rolled okay, but you're spiking your 5-ups is really what caused that.
Right.
So what's fighting back first?
I'm going to have the Sky Wardens swing into your character.
So.
5 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Okay.
Ooh, you're probably going to kill me.
Wounding on 3s.
So 3. These are at -1 D3 damage apiece.
I believe so, sir.
I'm not going to use Destiny Dice to stay alive here, as I don't think it's worth it. You still have more to attack him. 5-up saves. So 2 get through, D3 damage each. I've only got 4 wounds left, and he's dead. Wow, 6.
Got him. Okay, that was pretty good.
Just want to point out, those 2 guys did as much damage, 6 damage, as all of those Tzaangors did. So I'm wondering, now I know you spiked your 5-ups, but it still leaves me wondering just how viable the Tzaangors really are.
Well, that's, okay, so this didn't work out the way I wanted it to, obviously. I was hoping for the double turn. I wasn't 100% counting on it. But imagine squads of 6 or more of these getting the +1 to hit, +1 to wound. If they
yeah,
charge.
when they charge, right? Yeah,
I'm
that would
going
be
to take
awesome.
away that wound.
Yeah, you're just going to heal that in your hero phase anyways.
Have the boss man go now. 3 attacks, 3s to hit, 2s to wound.
I don't get saves against these. They're D3 damage apiece.
How much damage total?
So that's 4. Kills 2. We'll just kill 2 regular guys.
And now let's have the Ironclad itself go. 8 boarding weapons, 4s and 4s. Okay, we got 3 hits so far. 4s to wound you.
Oh.
1 wounding hit.
No rend.
Get him.
5-up save. Oops. Hey,
Got him.
you do a wound.
Thunder swinging now. 4s to hit with the gun butts. And these will be 4s to wound.
Oh,
Fairly brutal.
jeez.
It's only 4.
You're only able to spike your saves, aren't you?
That's all that matters.
5-up saves. Well, I could do that too.
Well, look at you go, Mr. Fancy Pants.
It does kill another guy.
Should be D3 attacks with the drill bill.
Yes.
2 attacks. I believe these are 4s and 4s. Well, they both hit. They both wound.
6-up
-1.
saves. So 2 more, so that kills another one. So you and you.
And I think that is that, sir.
So Battle Shock. I'll start with mine. I've got a bravery of 6 right now, and I've lost 5 of my buddies. So you know what? I'm going to use one of my Destiny dice, one of the 1s, and just auto pass that because that'll bring it up to 6, and I won't lose anything.
With the, I believe it's the footnote for Barak Zon, I get +2 to my bravery for being close to the Sky Vessel. I did lose 4 though, so I could lose another guy on a 6. No, I don't. He sticks around. He wants to fight.
End of my turn then, I get 5 more points. I'm holding the same 3 objectives as before. So the score is 10-1 as we go into Kharadron Overlord turn 2.
See if I can't do some damage here. Hero phase, nothing to do here.
You get a command point. You're up to 3.
Oh, yeah.
3 command. Do you actually use command points?
Not really effectively, or hardly ever at all.
Because your squads are so small, inspiring presence isn't a thing.
Correct.
You're so fast that re-rolling charges is not usually
what
necessary.
I use, so if I have the Admiral, he's got 4 different command abilities, and I typically save him for that. But I don't have an Admiral. And,
Good for you.
yeah, I don't know. I'll figure
I'll
out use
take
for
them
him
if
at
you
some
don't
point.
want them. I could use them.
I didn't mean to be flexing on you there. If I got all these things I don't even need.
It's fine.
And looking at the start of my movement phase, and we'll show you where everything ends up. Probably not going to fly high very much. My movement is completed. I decided to go for a fly high, bring him over here, just to maybe steal this objective away from me if I can roll some proper charges. Staying engaged here, I can't really get to anywhere useful, but they're not in a terrible spot. And then just moving up with the Endrinriggers and the Gun Hauler. Time for shooting. I am going to go ahead and... Ooh, who's my chosen target? It's going to be the Enlightened.
But who gets the advantage of that?
Everybody in the WARSCROLL battalion.
And who's in the WARSCROLL battalion?
All of the Sky Wardens, the Gun Hauler,
Okay,
Thunderers,
so you
and
have,
guys
it's a
on board.
very big one. I thought it was just like this group, and I'm like, well, don't choose them, because they have to shoot at the Tzaangors.
Well, I'm going to do my best to try to clear the Tzaangors out before the rest of the shooting.
Yeah, good luck.
Shooting will start with the Thunderers, who are going to eat their Aether Gold to go, I believe it's Bloodthirsty, and reroll wound rolls. And they're shooting into the Tzaangors. Fumigators, 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s.
All your misses are 1s.
No, I had a 2 in there. And then these are 3s to wound rerolling. Oh, I failed 2.
Barely need to reroll. Hey, look at that.
It's
All
okay,
8.
I got a whole squad here.
6 up. Well, that is 4 dead so far.
The Deck Sweepers, hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Roll a lot of 2s.
That's a lot of 2s.
4s to wound. With a reroll because I'm bloodthirsty. Yeah!
7 more.
So good luck, eh?
6 up. So that's another 3 dead.
1 mortar. Hits. Does not wound, but I get a reroll. It does not wound. The mortar's awful. 3 Aether Cannons hitting on 4s. They all hit. Wounding on 2s with a reroll. They all wound. These should be -2 D3.
Yeah, I don't get a save, so D3 damage each. Ouch! That's 9 wounds. That's another 5.5 dead.
And the rifles now 3s. Rerolling 1s. Those 2s are the bane of my existence, but that's okay.
I think you're doing just fine. You've killed 12.5 so far, so I think you're okay.
Forced wound.
Yikes.
With a reroll. Okay, it didn't help. You got 6 more at -1/1.
6 up. Well, you just killed 3 more guys because 1 was already injured. So when all is said and done, you killed everybody except 1. So I'm going to leave this 1 guy here who's within 3 inches of all your units. So you'll have to have somebody dedicate their shooting to him. I know you have some easy ways to do that, but...
Now, I just realized I cheated. I shouldn't have been rerolling 1s, so they were the target. They weren't the target.
Oh, you had a lot of rerolls.
Yeah, I rerolled a lot of 1s. That's fine. I just won't reroll hit rolls of 1 against them.
Oh, okay. That's an easy way to do it.
My mistake. Whatever, it worked out. Vulcanizer pistols into the remaining Tzaangor. So that's 3s, rerolling 1s. Because of my mistake.
Because you actually are doing that now.
And then 3s to wound.
6 up save.
Yep.
He's got 1 wound left.
He annoyingly has 1 wound left, but I think I'm going to have the gun hauler shoot over into him. Drill cannon putting his shot over, hitting on a 3, rerolling 1s. So it hits.
Just roll 3 and I got him. Nope.
Darn.
Does he have carbines?
Yeah, he's got 2 carbines, 3s and 4s. Rerolling 1s.
Good thing you got that reroll. Ah, you got him. Oh, wait, no, I got a 6 up save. I don't have any...
1 singular 6 up save on him.
I don't have any Destiny dice left for 6s. Ah, you got him.
Nice. Now we're going to have the Endrinmaster shoot over into the Skywardens. Or no, not Skywardens, Enlightened. I keep wanting to call them Skyfires or whatever else.
Skyfires are the bow ones.
Gotcha.
So that's not totally inaccurate. It's just they're not that.
Bossman's Aether Cannon, 3s to hit, 2s to wound. It does. Do you get any save off that?
No, it's -2, so it's D3 damage.
For 2 damage. 6 attack now, 3s to hit. And then 3s to wound. We got 2 more saves, -1/1.
So 6 up save. So that finishes off the one that was already injured.
And last attack, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s, I believe.
-1, so 6 up. Oh, that stops the D3 damage.
It's pretty handy. I guess we're just going to have to go ahead and put all of the Ironclad shooting into them. I will combine the shrapnel and the carbines into them. So these are hitting on 3s.
No rerolls.
This is probably going to work. These are 3s to wound you. And these are at -1. That's cocked. 2 damage.
6 up saves. Yeah, you killed the rest of them. That's 1, 2, 3 at least. You killed 3.5 just with that one. Well, with all
The combination. I had the torpedoes, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And now let's have this unit of Endrin Riggers go ahead and shoot at your...
Shaman?
Yeah, Tzaangor Shaman on disc, is that what he is?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, he's going to get shot, that's what he is.
Yeah.
Volley gun first, 6 shots, hitting on 4s.
Oof.
Okay.
What an accurate volley gun.
Forced.
-1.
-1/1.
Well, 6 up save. I've got 2 wounds left.
Let's see if I can finish you off.
Yeah, I think you will.
We'll do the grapnel launcher and the skyhook, hitting on 4s. We got 1 hit. It should be wounding on 3s. It does wound.
Well, that kills him.
Okay.
Because it's 3 damage, -2 rend, so I don't get a save.
All right, that's all the shooting over here done. Let's get a little bit of shooting over here. I figure I'm not going to count on making a 9-inch charge to take the objective. So yeah, let's just put all the shots into him. Starting off with the, let's do the gun hauler. D6 shrapnel shots. 1 shrapnel shot, hitting on 3. Okay, it missed.
Awesome.
2 carbines, 3s, 4s. That's 2 wounding hits.
-1/1.
Yes, sir.
6 up. I'm down to 3 wounds.
Well, I've got the drill launcher to shoot at him. 4 to hit. And it does wound on a 5.
You don't get a save against that one, so it's D3 damage.
1.
Down to 2 wounds.
And here comes the volley gun. 4s. I got 1 miss.
Jeez, super accurate volley guns.
They don't normally do that.
Oh, never mind.
1.
There it is. How many wounds did I say I had left?
I think you have 2 left.
Yeah, 6 up save. 1 left.
All right.
Is that all your guns?
That's all the guns. So let's move over to the charges. We're going to have these Sky Wardens declare the charge first.
And they don't have the hook to give them +1?
Correct. They don't have the Sky Hook to give them +1. They get the drill launcher instead just because of how we built them. I'm just going to roll 9, so it's okay.
Okay. Oh,
sad.
Hubris.
Let's charge with the Sky Vessel. Gun hauler, go get him. No,
Nope.
he doesn't. Will you survive for a turn, sir? That being said, let's have these the Endrin Riggers go ahead and charge. They
Double
do get a
one.
+1.
Oh, so even double 1 they're in.
Yeah. Completing my charge like so. That's the only other charge I was gonna try to... Actually, you know what? Let's send in the gun hauler just for fun.
It's like a why not kind of thing.
Yeah, so it goes 7. I kind of blocked him, but I didn't really care. It was an afterthought. He does not make it. I needed to roll about an 8 to get in. Let's just swing with these Endrin Riggers. Boop. Let's swing with the saws first. Should get 4 attacks total here because of the boss man. Hitting on 3s. They don't get the +1 to hit. They get +1 a wound, but that's kind of pointless right now.
Yeah, you're winning on 2s already.
2 fails.
2 wounds. I don't get a save, so they're D3 damage apiece.
That is grand total of 5 damage.
Oof. 2.5.
Gun butts now. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s because it charged. So 1 wounding hit.
5 up. Ah, that finishes off a guy.
Nice.
But I still have more guys in the objective than you, so at least you won't be taking it from me. We'll fight back. This is going to be very unimpressive because they have none of the buffs that their brothers had, and they didn't even do that great. Start with the awesome weapons. So we're looking at 4s to hit, 3s on this one. No rerolls. And then 3s to wound. No, 4s to wound. So 1 wound at -1, 2 damage.
Okay, I get a 5-up save.
Oh, I kill one.
Okay, who are you going to kill?
That's up to you.
You're not positioned.
I still have technically 3 more attacks.
We'll lose you.
Well, we got 3 more attacks coming from Savage Great Blades. These will hit on 3s because they're paired, and it's a mutant with the extra attack, and then wounding on 4s. 1 more wound, no rend.
He's fine.
You're fine. Well, Battle Shock, you're fine. You're 7, losing 1. I've lost 3, Bravery 5. I'm going to use my Destiny die, my other 1, to basically auto-pass that because I've got 1 more guy than you do on that objective. And so that'll hold you off for... That's 4 points that you're not going to get.
Right now, which is kind of hurting, but that's okay.
And then if you don't double turn me right now, I can just retreat off of there and hold it as well.
Yeah, I really need the turn right now.
Yes, you definitely need it. You're definitely beating me. You're gonna, by the end of turn 5, I'm gonna have nothing left.
I'm killing quick. It's the points. I should have been a little bit more efficient, but
yeah, because like right now I'm sitting on 3 objectives. I can easily go and get your back line.
Yep.
And score 4 more points. And so right now you get 1 point. So the score is 10-2 at the end of battle round 2. So it really comes down to this. It comes down to this roll.
Yeah.
So 5.
Yep. Do you want me to re-roll it?
No, it looks like a 5 to me. I was waiting for you to answer that question.
I actually was looking through the viewfinder, so it looked good. So it wasn't until I looked past that.
No, I don't. I only call it cocked if you can't look straight down and tell what it is. So look straight down with your camera, and it's obviously a 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I accept that. So I got to roll a 5 or 6, otherwise I think I lose the game. I'm not going to concede. I'll let you shoot me up, but I think I lose. Oh, look at that!
John!
I even knocked it down, so it wasn't cocked. It's my turn next. A hero phase, I get a command point. I'm going to do Shield of Thorns spell with him. I got it. So this unit will now, if you charge them, you'll take D3 mortal wounds. Now I'm up to 4 fate dice, but honestly I need 6 more before I can actually summon anything.
Really useful?
So it really, yeah. So the other Magister is going to try to do some damage and maybe get, I think, does he turn you into a spawn or into Tzaangors? Let me double check something. Yeah, this one can turn you into a spawn. Do you have anybody inside?
Of that one, no.
Okay, so I'm going to cast it on them. I need a 7. I fail. It'll do D3 mortal wounds, and if I kill at least 1, I can add a Tzeentch spawn within 3 inches of them. So it just lands right there.
That is cool.
And if you don't kill it, then you're kind of really stuck. You know, obviously you can disengage and stuff, but it limits you. We're going to run and retreat and just basically keeping all 5 guys in the objective. There's no way I can keep these guys alive any longer. I can just make sure at the end of my turn you don't take control of this so that you have to commit forces to it.
Yes.
I'm going to use one of, I have 4 Destiny dice left, 2 5s and 2 4s. I'm going to use one of the 5s for the run for these Tzaangors so that I can, still not very, I'd like to get as many on that objective as I can. So So we'll just move we're going to run and grab your back objective. I failed to mention the agenda that I was going to be doing. It's the one where if a unit takes an objective away, they're worth 2 models for the rest of the game.
Yes.
So that's what these ones are doing right now.
Very obvious play for you.
Yeah, I had thought of it and I just failed to say it out loud, and I apologize for that.
No, you said it to me. I knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
I just forgot to record it. So
Yeah.
Way to make me look bad, man.
And I'm actually going to string them back and keep some on this objective because I actually had some leftovers. So not everybody can get there. And that way you can't just fly high and drop on this objective.
That is a fair play.
Yeah, and it's just a question of what he does, because you're about to you can easily charge him and kill him. If all you do is shoot him off of it, well,
yeah,
then
I need to go into combat with him.
you don't have to. You can move up within 3. You could because you can
Oh,
stay
wait,
more
well,
than 3
okay. I got
inches.
to commit somebody that might as well
Yeah.
just go into combat with him.
Oh, or just move. Yeah, I guess shoot somewhere else and charge him.
Exactly.
I don't know. He might survive. And so maybe to make that choice a little harder for you, I'm going to roll a run. Sorry, this die should be on one of them. I'm going to roll a run on this Magister. So he's going to be able to move 20 inches. And I'm going to put 2 of them on that. But I'm going to keep one of them, him, over here. And that way you'll have to commit a bit more. The other alternative was to bring him over here, but these guys are worth 2 models each now, so I don't need help. So I just want to spread out your resources as much as possible. And that's my turn. I have no charging to do. I could charge technically with Tzaangors that ran, not the ones that retreated though. So actually I don't think anything could charge if I want to, except this Magister. You know what, this Magister, I'm not going to make that my turn. This is going to be my turn. He's going to go like right here. I don't know why, it just feels like I should.
Fair enough, man.
I should force you to...
I'm with you, buddy.
to commit. Somehow this feels better than leaving him where he was.
Okay.
And we're just happy there, unless the Magister shoots, right? Does the Magister shoot? My goodness, they do! All this time they've been able to shoot. 3s and 4s, no rend, D3 damage. Well, I might as well take a shot at your little guys. Yeah! Okay, we're done. Thank you. I got all the objectives. That's a lot of points. That's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points.
Yeah.
So, and as we go into your turn 3, the score is 19-2.
Yeah, it's going to take some work to catch up. Hero phase, once again, nothing to worry about.
Hey, you're up to 4 command points.
Yeah! Woo! Let's get moving. I'm just going to show you where everything ends up, because I got to be kind of smart about this. I hate having to be smart. My movements are complete.
Ooh, some hard choices there.
Kind of some wobbly model going on here, but I got them to all sit. We got the Sky Wardens that moved up to there. This used the all-ahead full to get within range of that objective. The other Sky Vessel is over there. He might have to push over an inch or something if he's too close to terrain, but he's good. We have got the Ironclad with the Thunderers.
Yeah, you really want to focus this squad down. If you can kill this squad, then actually I think the game is yours.
I think so, yeah. Endrinriggers hanging out there. And then we have the Sky Wardens and the Endrinmaster and Dirigible Suit have moved up as well. Shooting phase, the big Tzaangor unit will be the target.
Reroll ones to hit.
Down. Correct. And to start the shooting, we're gonna go here. No, see, he finally fell over. I'm gonna put all of my, all of my shots into the 1 wound guy. Because the idea is hopefully I can... Well, I'm going to charge him and take the objective away anyways. So yeah, he needs to die. We'll start off with... let's just do the drill cannon and see if I can spike some dice. No, I missed.
Good start.
Vulcanizer pistol. 3s to hit. 3s to wound.
Oh, you might have done it. If I don't roll my 6+. I got no Destiny dice to help me out here. He's dead. Congratulations.
Thank you. Let's go to the shooting over here. I've got 2 pistols putting shots into the Tzaangors. Actually, you know what? Yeah. No. Yeah, them first. 3s. Followed by 3s.
Oh, geez.
They're upset.
6 up. So 1.5 dice.
I'm not going to shoot with him to try to make the charge a little bit easier, and I will be confident that
You don't want to
in
leave
combat,
one guy alive in range, and then I make my battle shock, and you don't get the objective.
Not doing that today, Matthew! Let's go shooting. Who's next?
Kill the Tzaangors.
Shooting will start with the Endrinriggers. They've got their 2 rapid-fire rivet guns. Should be, let's see if I get it right. 3 shots, 3s and 4s, -1/1.
That's right.
Oh.
So 6 attacks then for 2 of them.
Okay.
Reroll the 1. Are
they are not part of the battalion.
Oh, okay. 2 of them, -1.
-1.
6 up. So another 2 wounds. That kills 1. And I'll wound the next.
A volley gun now. Got 4s to hit. Okay. 4s to wound. 3 wounding hits total, -1/1.
6 up. So another 2 die.
And then I've got the Skyhook and the Grapnel still. 4s and 3s, unless Matt tells me I'm wrong. There should be 1 wounding hit on that.
Was that the Skyhook and Grapnel Launcher?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 3 damage though. I don't get a save against that one. So
That is their shooting done. Let's go over to... we'll do the Thunderers on board.
Oh boy, millions.
Aether Cannon's going to go first. That'll be 3 shots, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s, and then wounding on 2s.
No save, D3 damage. 1 damage. Finish off the one that was hurt.
Huzzah! I got 1 mortar. This is the best weapon ever. He hit. I think he wounded.
You did. No rend though, so 5 up save. D3 damage. 1 more.
I'll get them eventually.
Yeah, you are. You're going to work your way through them.
We've got the Deck Sweepers now. 4s, reroll the 1/1. 4s to wound you. And I'll pull it to 2 fails, so that is another 6 saves to make, sir. -1/1.
6 up saves. Ah, you killed 3 more.
And then I got the rifles. And all the rifles, and of course the double barrel rifle. 3s, reroll all these 1s. Turn not that many into hits. And then I'm going to wound you on 4s with these.
3 more at 6 up saves. There you go. You killed 2 more with that because 1 was already injured.
Very efficient. Now the Ironclad's going to go. Put the shots with the... We'll combine the Great Sky Cannon and the carbines. Looking for 3s. Re-rolling the 1s. Lamenting the 2s.
It's up.
3s to wound you. These are -1, 2 damage apiece.
That's the rest of them. Now, I don't think it's actually the rest of them. I think there's 2 left, but with Battle Shock,
Yeah.
you know you can stop shooting at them because you've already got a guy on the objective, so you don't have to worry about making a charge.
It just means I got 2 charges to make. We're going to start off with these guys. The Sky Warden's charging your... What's he called?
Magister on disc. They make it.
I'm going to jump back a second. I got the gun haulers that can still shoot him, so I might as well try so.
Yeah, you had a guy in an objective, so.
Yeah, let's just send the drill cannon down the range. Hitting on 3s. 6s are just 3 mortal wounds.
All right, he's down to 3 wounds then.
And then a Great Sky Cannon. We'll do the shrapnel shot into him. It's going to be 2 shots. 3s and 3s.
-1.
Yep.
6 up. How much damage?
2 damage.
It's down to 1.
Now I feel more comfortable. And that was all their shooting that they had anyways.
I see.
That had range.
So charge.
And then charge over here. We're going to send the Sky Wardens in.
They're in.
7 is no problem. And the boss man.
He's also in.
Combat time, we'll do this one first. I should have 3 swings with my Sky Pike. And I should be 2s and 2s right now in the charge. Scratch that. 3s and 2s, but that's still pretty good.
We'll see. Yep. Don't roll triple 1s. You got him. Well, unless I roll triple 6s. I don't. You got him. See, you didn't have to shoot him.
Yeah. I didn't want to count on that. And then you get to
My
fight over
turn.
here.
Well, you should have attacked these guys first because they're way better. We are going to focus on him, and obviously some attacks over there. So 2 big weapons, one of them on the leader, 4s to hit, 3s to wound. That's -1, 2 damage.
And that's on...
On him, so 4 up. Hey, he's down to 1 wound.
Uh-oh.
He comes back to life on a 2+ though.
He does.
But you might roll a 1, and that would be embarrassing. And then we got a Savage Great Blades on a mutant, so 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. So 3 more wounds, no rend. So you got 3 up saves. You're gonna think you're gonna chomp your thing and
I'll eat
reroll.
the Aether Gold, even though I should have ate it before the other attacks. I just didn't think I'd fail that bad.
That's true.
So these are 3 ups that are rerollable.
Of course you didn't need it. 1 more beating shot on them, I miss. All right, so you're fine.
Okay, the boss is gonna swing. Swinging in with the hammer, the saw, whatever it is. 3s to hit, and then 2s.
I get no saves against these, so that's 5.
They're
I could no.
D3 per, right?
Yeah, but that's still. You could possibly not kill them all. Yeah, you got them. I was gonna say because remember they're 2 wounds each. There was still 7 wounds to get through, so you could have rolled 5. Well, I have nothing left on the table. which means you're going to get... You don't get this one yet, so you get 7 points, bringing it up to 9. And then on your next turn, you take them all, getting 9 more points, bringing it to 18. So the score at the end of battle round 4, with I have nothing on the table, is 19 to 18. No, 21 to 18, because on my turn...
Yes.
Although you could get a double turn right now. Let's say you didn't. Then it would be 21 to 18, and then on battle round 5, even if somehow I went next and you still hadn't taken this, which you would have, you win the game. So it turns out if you wipe out your opponent in turn 3, it's easier to take the objectives.
Yeah.
So who knew? Let's do the post-game show. Just before you watch the post-game show, don't forget that Josh and I are playing another game in the MiniWarGaming Vault. I will be playing Disciples of Tzeentch again, but this time with Demons and Screamers against Josh's Beastclaw Raiders, the Ogor Mawtribes, where he's going to try out bringing in lots of the Mournfang pack and not just 6 stone horns like he always likes to do. And we're going to be playing a fun scenario, forcing the hand. So make sure you check out that battle report after you watch the post-game show, or if you just don't like to listen to us ramble, then you can check it out right now if you really want to. There's a link in the video description below. Get your free 7-day trial there. Enjoy the post-game show. Well, that was interesting. So it turns out that the armies that we both thought weren't that great, mine was less great than yours.
Okay, so to clarify, the issue, not even the issue, what I was trying to convey is the fact that I could play these guys as just regular KO and not really even lean on any of the rules that they had with the Skyport.
And they'd be pretty good
they're still fine.
Yeah, I think that when I look at it, the Tzaangors are disappointing. I can't quite put my finger on why, though. I know you spiked your saves over there, and those 2 guys would be dead, but that's about all that would be different about this game. You'd have 2 less dead guys, or you'd have 2 more dead guys, and they wouldn't have fought back, and those Tzaangors would have, but you still shot the crap out of those Tzaangors, and you had shots to spare.
Right.
And so I don't really see how much better I could have done. I don't think making the Tzaangors 4-up save is the answer, because that would make them too good. Because all your weapons were -1 rend, right? And so
almost everything I have is,
so I was basically always rolling 6-up saves. They're 2 wounds each, though. I'm not sure, and it's funny because their profiles, their weapon profiles in close combat look good enough, and 180 points gets you 20 wounds of guys. So everything on paper, they look good, right? You get
you get so many buffs, right? Like you get so many weird synergies.
Yeah, and there's at least 9 of them. They get +1 attack if there's a leader nearby, +1 to wound. That agenda, even with that agenda on though, that's the thing. That's what gets me. It's like, I know you spiked your saves, but really I only got 8 through in the end. And I think that maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the fact that they're on 32 mil bases and they only have 1-inch reach. Maybe, and I'm not a fan of just making everything 2-inch reach that's on 32 mil bases, but maybe that is all they need, because then you have a few more attacks that can get in. And mind you, those few extra attacks aren't great, because I made sure all my good weapons are out front, and so the guys behind are just more savage, like double weapons. Maybe I should try out the shield configuration with them. They lose the +1 to hit on the paired blades, but they gain a 6-up ignoring wounds and mortal wounds. So would that make them really? I don't know. What do you think? Now that you saw 60 of them in play, you shot up 60 of them. How did it feel? Did it feel really hard to get through them?
No, but there's not much that does feel hard to get through with KO, depending on how you get them configured.
Right.
And I mean,
so maybe that's just it. Maybe it's because I went against an army that is relatively top tier with something that's not. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe in most games these would do fine. Like if you were a close combat army, maybe we would see that. And I know you're like, you built this to be more close combat, but you still have plenty of shooting, right? Maybe close combat armies would have a harder time against it. Anything with lower saves, that's a given, they would chew through faster as well. So I don't know. In this game in particular, I was just not impressed.
It did feel a little bit lackluster, and like the KO, even being not super impressed with everything. Like I think he's super cool. I'm going to use him a bunch. I'm going to track down because I know we've got more of these guys unbuilt, and
I'm going to get more of them built.
Going to get them added to the collection.
Have you ever considered doing if you get enough of them, doing a game without any boats? So it's just like flooding across the table with your guys and their balloons.
I don't know how many I'd have model-wise to do that. That would work. I've also kind of been looking at, there's one Skyport, I can't remember which one it is, that does gun lines okay.
I'm not talking about a gun line. I'm talking about
I know.
guys.
No, I'm talking about different builds. Yeah, if I had enough balloons to do all just balloons, I would try it. I think it would be
I'm not saying it's
tough.
optimal, because obviously the fact that they can grab onto the ship as it flies high, that's a huge boon.
Part, yeah.
And so the fact that they can do that in addition to whoever's inside, that's why they're good. So I'm not suggesting that it's like, oh, it's cheesy to bring them with planes. It's like or their ships. Like that's what they do.
Right.
So, yeah, the Tzaangor thing, the only thing I can think of is doing the Cult of the Transient form and bring Acolytes, because the Acolytes can turn into Tzaangors, but once again, the Acolytes die even faster, because they're 6-up save, 1 wound each. They are cheaper, 100 points for 10 guys instead of 180. So they're almost half the cost of the Tzaangors, but they have half the wounds and actually the same save. They have some range attacks then with their Sorcerer's Bolts. They count as a wizard. So obviously I didn't have enough wizards for any summoning kind of stuff, but I don't know, I wasn't convinced. Like if they're cool, I'll play them against lower tier armies, but I don't see how I can use them. So I'd love to hear your comments, viewers. Do you ever see Tzaangors being used, like maybe not like a Tzaangor army, but it's like, oh yeah, my friend always brings 1 unit of Tzaangors with this thing, and it's super annoying because this is how he uses them with this combo. Like, what am I missing? Did I play too thematic? Is that why it was not that great? I'm not sure.
I had a moment where I looked over and realized that I forgot I had an Aether Chemist. With a relic.
Yeah.
I didn't really bother using it.
He was inside one of your little plane or your little gun.
Yeah, because it had the transport capacity on it with the great engine work. That again, I took just for the sake of taking to try something different. I'm curious. Send me your KO list that are not Barak Zilfin.
Yeah, we know. Spell in a bottle, with a drop in the warp store, with the flying over. It's good. Okay, we get it. We get it.
So do you know what the worst part is? Because you played against that list. I didn't play it that well any of the times, but it still does fine. I would argue he takes that list to a whole new level.
Right.
Yeah, he makes that list so much better. But whatever. I don't think there's any lists in the studio right now where it's like, yeah, let's have that matchup.
Like, of course, you can do things like, well, the Hearthguard Berserkers or super strong Bone Reapers, but I don't want to play those. I just don't feel like doing it.
We'll get you there.
No.
It took you a couple of months, but you wanted to do that.
I didn't. No. The KO versus Hearthguard Berserkers.
No, sorry, it was the Bone Reapers versus.
Yeah, no, the way that happened was not my choice. It kind of was. I was supposed to play Steve. I had built that army. He wanted me to bring that army against his Realm Lords. And I'm like, okay, sure. So I built the army, but then he was sick. And so Lucas subbed in, and I'm like, I've already got, it's all set up down in the studio. I've got the Hearthguard Berserkers, so bring something strong. He's like, I'll do Bone Reapers. And I'm like, okay, I guess. If we had discussed it beforehand, said, what do we want to play? Bone Reapers versus Hearthguard? I'd be like, no, frick no. You can't make me do that again. But for some reason, that just kind of like, it's more like it's like boiling a frog. You start cold, and that's what it felt like. And then when I played, like 30 minutes into playing, I'm like, why am I doing this? This is the dumbest thing ever. I hated that game.
When I'm ready for it, I just got to make sure that I have you set up to play somebody else.
I'm going to keep those shelved. I'm just going to play other stuff. You can't make me play the Hearthguard Berserkers again. Because I don't enjoy an army for myself that just doesn't die either. That's not my playstyle. That's Lucas' playstyle.
I think I might be able to kill him with this. These guys do a lot of damage.
Well, with Bone Reapers too, remember all their defensive capabilities are in close combat.
For sure.
So they can't re-roll their
saves. The defensive abilities I have on KO is I'm faster and can shoot from a distance.
Yeah, no, he's already admitted that. Shooting is his bane.
No, I mean playing. No, I'm still talking about the dwarves.
Hearthguard Berserkers? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I think you'll be quite annoyed at a 4-up ignoring, like half of everything you do is just ignored. You'd have to have even better volume. You'd have to really build a high level list to chew through that. I'm not saying that you couldn't win a scenario. I'm just saying to kill the army would be rather annoying. We'd roll a ton of dice to move just a few models. And that's not the game I enjoy. If I'm going to roll a lot of dice, there better be a lot of models being removed on either side. So that's the way I prefer to play.
Oh no, you started cleaning up. I was going to go show your dead pile, but then I realized.
No, I was cleaning up, getting ready for our next game. I'm going to play Disciples of Tzeentch again, but this time, none of the models you saw in this one will.
Now, have you ever been tempted to play KO?
No.
Not at all?
No, they've never appealed to me. No. I don't, I know it's more and more the case, but in my mind, it's like, keep shooting away from my Age of Sigmar game, please. But now the KO have been added. They're just a shooting army. Before, though, they were shooting army, but they sucked.
Yeah.
And so it was like, yeah, they're a shooting army, but they're gone. They're dead. And then, but all of a sudden now you have then Disciples of Tzeentch. They threw in all the flamers with ridiculous range. Like, why are flamers long range? Isn't a flamer, it's always been 9 inches. Now all of a sudden it's 16 or 18 or whatever it is. It's like, what are you thinking? And then the Realm Lords come in and they're all shooty. It's like, keep shooting in 40k, please, because it's harder to balance games with shooting than it is with close combat. But and so I'm not really. It's not my tendency to want to play a shooting army in Age of Sigmar.
That's fair.
I want to play the part of the game that's fun, which is close combat. So
I find the shooting fun, but
I don't mind some shooting in an army,
Sure.
but not an army that's just shooting.
I brought some close combat as much as I could.
Oh, I'm
But
not.
gonna be
I'm not
getting more
complaining about
mods.
your army. I'm
no, I
saying
know.
that I wouldn't play it.
That's fair.
I'm not interested.
That's fair. Well, any other closing remarks?
Happy wargaming.
Happy wargaming, everybody.